Okay, Lily, welcome back. We're going to change gears a little bit from the conversation we just had with Lauren Lifke to another corner of police equipment, this time weapons. Somewhere along the line, you and the Daily Lobo became interested in what UNMPD has in the basement in terms of guns and bullets and things of that nature. Why did you want that document, and what did UNM say when you asked them for it?
There are a few reasons that I think that document being public and us reporting on it would be beneficial to readers of the Lobo, and why I think they might want to see it. One of them is just taxpayer money that goes towards UNM and hence the police department. I think that is a component. Also, members of the campus community interact with UNMPD all the time for a variety of reasons, whether they're calling in to report a crime, whether they are participating in a protest and UNMPD is responding in some way, whether they are getting an escort to their car in the evening when it's dark out. So I think that Lobo readers may be interested to know what UNMPD is bringing to those interactions.
Gotcha. So you make a request for the weapons inventory under the Inspection of Public Records Act, which is our state's sunshine law. What happened then?
Right. My request was denied under one of the exemptions to IPRA, the one about tactical risk security procedures. And yeah.
Gotcha. So that viewers are clear, that exception to IPRA basically says we are exempt from disclosing documents that would show specific tactical responses or plans because it could lead to a terrorist attack, right?
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I nearly fell out of my chair when you first told me that they had denied this request of yours, because terrorism.
Yeah.
And part of the reason that I almost fell out of my chair is because I'd heard this before. Back many years ago when I was working at a different station, a colleague and I were fighting with the Albuquerque Police Department to get a copy of their weapons inventory. And what they told us was you can't have it because terrorism. Another friend of ours, Peter St. Cyr, ultimately sued the Albuquerque Police Department for the weapons inventory and prevailed in court. I want to read for viewers a little bit of the order that Judge Alan Malott produced in that case. This is what Judge Malott wrote. Defendant, meaning the city of Albuquerque, protests generally that disclosure of the inventory could give criminal elements an ability to predict police response times and response power. The same argument might be made regarding the simple fact of how many officers are employed, deployed, or otherwise available in the city at any given time, the number and condition of its vehicles, or even the identity of personnel, command level, or otherwise. Given the clearly expansive scope of IPRA in providing citizens information about their government and its activities, defendants' argument for exemption under the terrorist attack exemption is unpersuasive. Did you show Judge Malott's order to the university in the course of requesting UNMPD's inventory? And if you did, what did they say?
Yeah. I sent that to the records custodian after the denial of my request, and I asked to have a follow-up conversation with him after he had reviewed it. We didn't end up having a conversation. He emailed me back a few days later and said that the university maintained their initial position of the terrorism exception.
Gotcha. I don't think I'm breaking any news here. It's good and out there at this point. The next thing you did was you sued the university for that weapons inventory. What are your claims in that case?
Well, our position is that the weapons inventory is public record. It's subject to IPRA, acknowledging that there may be redactions for pieces that do actually fall under that exemption, but largely it is public record.
Gotcha. What are the next steps? What happens next in this case?
It's possible that a court will decide we'll make a decision on the case this summer based on motions. Like I said, my lawyers have been doing depositions. That's continuing. If a court does not make a decision over the summer, there's a trial date set for September.
Gotcha. Your last day as editor-in-chief of The Lobo is coming up really, really soon. Yeah. Just so that viewers understand, you are the plaintiff in this case, right? Not the newspaper. So the litigation continues regardless of whether the case is resolved before you leave the paper. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, gotcha. Lily Alexander, thank you so much for catching us up on this lawsuit. Good luck with it. It sounds like a good one.
Thank you.